What is up, everybody? Renfail here. Hopefully you are doing well. We're here with Towerborne, which just launched today. I am playing the Xbox version of the game on Game Pass. This previously was in early access game preview for quite a while. I did not play it throughout that process. I remember seeing this a couple of years back, I think at Gamescom, and then this past year at Gamescom, like whatever, 6 months ago or so, whatever, was when they announced I think the release window or release date, I forget which, but I've been keeping my eye on this, knowing that this was an Xbox game coming down the pipeline. I have a running Game Pass Ultimate subscription, so I knew this was something I wanted to check out when it came out, and I just wrapped up the first stream. So this is classified as a side-scrolling action role-playing video game. It's developed by Stoic. I'm looking at the data here. It says it was released as an early access game on September 10th, 2024. So it spent a year and a half-ish. Roughly a year and a half-ish in early access. And then came into the Xbox game preview on April 29th of 2025. 24, 25? Yeah, year and a half, something like that. I can't do math. Anyway, I started this tonight. Let's go ahead and dive in for my early thoughts, first impressions. So, if you've ever played a brawler game before, these are essentially what I grew up with in the arcades way back upon a time. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the X-Men games, the side scroller. This is more of a 2.5, I think is what they call it, a 2.5 dimension. But running through and just beating guys up with combos is essentially what this is. And you have your main character, and then you have all these other companion characters that you group up with as you go through the game. And essentially, the story, as I understand it so far, is we are trying to get everybody to the Belfry or to the tower, which is sort of like the sanctuary for things. Here we are in the game. We can take a look at the actual the RPG side of things here. We have a loadout, which is all of your equipment, and you can look at your various slots. There are different things you can equip. They all have different cosmetics. They all do different stats. So like the padded mask, they both have the same armor and power score, but one gives me hit points in attack, the other one gives me hit points in regen. They also have aspect slots. I haven't learned enough about that. Aspects enhance your character's power, it says. They slide into weapons, helm, or chest items. Apparently I have one of these. 79% chance to inflict poison when attacked. Okay. So we just put that into that to see. Can you unequip them? You can unequip them. So basically I would go here to this one, since this is the one I'm wearing, and put it in like that. I didn't see that before. Oh, it also increased my armor score my power score by quite a bit. So I'm up to 53 now. You also have a class. There are 4 different classes in the game. You can change classes at will, but as I understand it, the skills and everything that you earn are tied to the class. So if you want to level up skills, you have to unlock them in a different... you have to go spend them somewhere else. So I've earned essentially 4 skill points. I've spent in the Shadow Striker line, but I can go spend 4 points in any of these lines. So the points that you earn are independent of each other in the sense that you can spend them for each class. So you could have different builds if you wanted to and play around with the different builds. There's also like expressions. These are like emotes and stuff, which I haven't really dug into this too much. But essentially, you have your loadout, your classes, and then of course the gear itself, which is sort of dependent on, because like if I switched over to Rockbreaker as an example, I don't have any gear that I've gotten that would really, maybe a couple of pieces that I've looted, but I have looted far more stuff from my primary, which is the Shadow Striker, which is the dual-wielding daggers. But essentially, you have a sword and shield guy, a guy with a staff, this guy with massive gauntlets, and then the dagger build, which I've quite enjoyed. We have a main quest. There is another way to look at all your gear here. And then there's these caches, and this, which apparently is something you can earn all of this stuff in game, is what I was told today when I was playing. So you can go out there and find all sorts of ways to customize your character. So you've got skin sets, gear skins, and then they have like different skins for all the different weapon types, different skins for your pets, the Umbras, and then there's things called legacy stuff. I'm assuming a lot of this stuff was available during early access. When they say things like legacy. And then there's deluxe stuff, which is tied to the deluxe edition of the game. So if you want to go out there and give the team some support, you can upgrade to the deluxe edition and you get all of these additional goodies for your purchase, which is pretty cool for those of you who want to really go all in for things. There is a world map as well. So right now I'm traveling around in here without, I don't want to spoil too much of anything. This is the town. And you can see, it's fully explorable, and we have our character here. I can't do any combat in here, which is fine. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. But I did want to show you guys the world map because this is pretty damn cool. I thought the world map was pretty awesome. So once you get out to the world map, you get to run around with your character. There's a huge fog of war. You can't go anywhere where there is a fog of war, so you have to clear the fog of war. I have a quest right now to go to the Snaggleshire, and when you go over here, you can see like what your quest is. You could see, more importantly, the recommended gear score, which in this case says 25, and I have 53, so I'm way above the gear score for that particular area, which is nice. So I've sort of been taking my time. You'll notice that you can also go in here and change the difficulty if you want. Right now I've had it on, I think it was just on medium by default. Enemies deal 50% less damage, and then you can hop in, and I can show you guys a little bit of the combat really quick, so you can see. I haven't found it too horribly difficult on medium mode either. And in this case, I have a companion with me. There are no voiceovers. It is walls of text, which is fine, other than I came into this at the end of a streaming day, and my voice is shot today, so I was like, I did a very short stream earlier today. But this will give you an idea of what the combat looks like. If you've played a brawler game before, you've got a light attack. You got a heavy attack. We have a special attack, which is that right there. I also have a new special attack, which is LT and X, which throws some daggers. I think they blow up eventually. And then I have my companion abilities, and then he just dropped a bomb, which I want to get away from. I'm going to get bombed. And that's essentially the combat. And you're going to go through, there will be objectives that you have as you go through these levels. Like so. And then we have health potions, which we can use at any point in time. I don't want to spoil too much of that, so we're going to retreat to the belfry. You can retreat, you'll keep your loot, but you lose some stuff. It's not that big of a deal. I just wanted to retreat because I don't want to do too much of that mission and spoil things for you guys. I just wanted to show some combat. So this is what I would classify as a super casual, cozy, chill, great game for first thing in the morning when you're waking up with coffee and you just want something that's very low key. You don't have to think about it to play. You can just log on, push some buttons, blow up some bad guys, and have fun with the game. where you do some RPG stuff and some brawling and look cool at the end of the day with your character. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Drop them down below. As always, play a lot of games. This is the day job. So check out all the other videos. We'll see you in the next stream. Until next time, stay safe. Happy gaming.